Go again. Santa Clarita's hometown station, 1220 KHTS. This is Randall Winter with Randall Winter Construction, Inc. And our guest today is Debbie Young from Randall Winter Construction also. And we're talking about Title 24 codes for our bathrooms and kitchens and outside, how it affects us on the lighting and the plumbing and just beautiful design. So, Debbie, we during the break, we're talking about a particular incident we had on the job. You helped me put together the drawings for, we draw the drawings in a floor plan and in elevations. The floor plan's what the city needs. On the city plan or county, the county doesn't require it, but the city does. You take the plans in. They want to see all the specs for the electrical. They want to see how many square feet the bathroom is and what we're doing exactly, how many fixtures, where they're relocating, and the lighting and the exhaust.
Yes, they want to make sure that all of their codes and requirements are on that plan so that there's no question in the field as to what's required.
And so you do a great job of doing that, but on one of them, we put it down, and he thought that he could change it.
Yeah, and apparently once you get into the field, you can't change that. You have to, when you're remodeling a bathroom, you're redoing your kitchen, you are going to be required to bring all of the items in that area up to code. So with your lighting in particular, you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to put some high efficiency lighting. And we were talking a little in the break about, when you put the high efficiency lighting, you can't just use a regular ceiling fixture and screw in a fluorescent bulb, for example. They're going to require you to put the pin type lights that you actually plug in so that after the fact you can't come back in and change out to an incandescent light because they know that people are going to try and do that.
Yeah, and I don't know why they would try it. Maybe because they couldn't get to the store in time, or they see how much these LEDs or fluorescent bulbs are. So I've been in many homes where they put the screw-in bulbs in, and they're a great idea. I have them in my house. It's not required, but except in my kitchen and bathroom. But I put them in the dining room, family room. The new LED lighting is great, and you can buy the screw-in bulbs.
And you can put the dimmers on them. Because I know that LEDs are a little bit brighter, and I think that that's what turns some people off of those. But I think in most all of our projects in the kitchens, we usually put the dimmers, and the dimmer's a great way to control that so that you're not stuck with this really bright lighting.
Yeah, the fluorescents are a little more tricky with the dimmer. But when we do a kitchen or bathroom, we have to specify the high efficacy lighting. Mm-hmm. And that means we have to add at least one light in there that has a pin. That means you can't screw a bulb in. You can only use the type of lighting that fixture is allowed to receive, which is either LED or compact fluorescent.
Right. And then in your kitchens, you've got the same thing in your kitchens, but they'll give you a little bit of leeway in there with your incandescent. You're allowed to have 50% of your wattage in your kitchen can be in an incandescent light. But that 50%, you got to remember, isn't that much because the wattage on an LED is extremely low. So they're really not allowing you very much. They will credit you a little bit of wattage based on the size of your house. But basically what you do is a lot of people like the pendant lights that hang down over an island. That allows you to be able to maybe put a couple of those pendant lights and use some incandescent lighting while the general lighting is still the high efficiency.
Well, we did the pendant lights with the LEDs, and they're really nice because you can tune them in.
And like you said, it's a great way to go because it saves you so much money.
Yep.
It's not, like I was saying earlier, it's not like the whole old, fluorescent lights that everybody hated that had that really cold blue tone to them. They've come a long way.
But it is a couple $100 a light, so
But they last you. How long do those last? That's the thing.
Yeah, Jeff and I were talking about from Softly Electric. These lights, I think 34 years on a 4-hour per day usage. 34 years.
Yeah, that's why I want to change out the ones in mine.
That's 17 years if you leave it on 8 hours a day.
That's going to make me want to change out the ones in my kitchen because if you have 6 downlights in your kitchen, you're always going to have one of those that you got to climb up there and change out. So it really helps with that.
Okay, so talk about our counters under our upper cabinets. What do we put in? What kind of lighting?
That's where we like to do the LED strip lighting, and I would highly recommend that. It's a great way to get some counter lighting in your kitchens. It's really great when you're working in the kitchen to actually be able to see what you're doing. And, a lot of times the lighting ends up behind you, so you end up not being able to see what you're chopping at the counter. Right. So you put these lights in underneath the cabinets, and it gives you a great way to illuminate that space in your kitchen.
And I know my wife, she loves just leaving them on because we're not burning up that much. It's like 7 watts. And it adds ambience and it shows
it's-
off her. We
yeah.
did a nice tile backsplash against the granite, and it just pops that whole kitchen.
It really does. I do the same thing in my kitchen. It's a great ambient lighting, and it really, I think the new thing is to have these decorative backsplashes in your kitchen. And so why not, really showcase that with some great lighting behind it.
So it's only money, and you can't take it with you. So give Randall Winter or give Vanessa a call at Randall Winter Construction, Inc., 799-8089 if you want your free estimate for kitchen or bath or however many other things we can do for you. Thanks, Debbie. We're going to take a break now. This is Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.